total for the freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and he gets the start for RSU today. RSU, coached by Derek Larkin, assisted by Sean Slater and Brian Wagan. They enter today's contest at 2-1. The lone loss coming to Missouri Valley College, a 2-1 loss to MVC up in Missouri, a number 10 team in the NAIA. As things get set for the Hillcats, 15 seconds in, and the Hillcats control it in the defensive backfield. Brian Jones has it. He'll play it up to the 4 position. Shaban makes a move on it. That one loses control and taken in by Bacone. Stu Gregson controls it for RSU. That ball rolls over the out-of-bounds line on the far sideline. Throw in for the Hillcats. It's taken by Bukva. Bukva's throwing controlled by Bacone. Quickly turned over, and RSU has it. Here's Adam Harmon trying to get rid of it, unable to do so on that far sideline, taken over by Bacone, played into the backfield, and David Bell's able to boot that one up into the middle third. Ball rolls out of bounds on the far sideline, and a throw-in for RSU. I'd like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors: Community Home Health, Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, RCB Bank, All-Star Trophy, and Charlie's Chickens, all proud sponsors of Hillcat Athletics. As the ball moves up into the front third for RSU, throw-in opportunity and the first offensive threat for the Hillcats in this contest. Throw-in over to Chase Walker, played to the middle. TJ Martin's there on the back post, but it's reined in by Hank Hill for the Bacone Warriors. 43 minutes, 12 seconds remain here in the first half. Score tied 0-0 as Derek Lugano will toss it back to Jamie Moore, and Moore will throw this one in to Lugano. Lugano has it fly over his head. He'll take off, fighting for the ball against David Bell. Bell for the Hillcats reins it in and swings it to the far side. Up to Walker. Walker will turn it around, play it forward. Header attempt by Harmon off the mark as a referee falls down on the far sideline. That would be Larry Morgan. Head referee is Edwin Smith. Larry Morgan on the far sideline, and Nabil Karuba on this near sideline as RSU has the throw-in on the far side. Played into Chase Walker. Walker back to Garcia. Or to Bukva, excuse me. Bukva playing up from his defensive back spot. Plays this one to the middle. Sails out of bounds past the end line. And a goal kick for the Bacone Warriors. Just under 42 minutes to go here in the first half. Just 3 minutes in. 0-0 the score. As RSU and Bacone go at it. This one controlled by Lugano. Lugano plays this into the box, taken in by the Defensive Player of the Week for the Sooner Athletic Conference, Nate Inger, and he'll be able to punt this one away. First action for Inger in this contest. High punt taken in at midfield, controlled by Santiago Lucio. Lucio moves on the far sideline, quickly taken away by Bukva. Bukva controls it and will move up near midfield, pass back to Aruz. Ruse over to Justin Friesen. Friesen has to slide in on that one. No call there as the Warrior player is still on the ground. David Bell has it near side. Sloppy field as rain has started to fall here at Soldier Field. Shaban chases that one out of bounds. And a throw-in opportunity for Bacone. Bacone comes into this contest with 1 win, 1 loss, 1 tie. The victory coming over Sterling College out of Kansas. The loss to Central Baptist 5-1, and the tie, a 0-0 tie to Southwestern out of Kansas. As try to rein in the extra soccer balls as the throw in here by Jamie Moore. Moore at midfield stripe throws this one in as David Bell controls it. Plays it up to Chase Walker. Walker plays it forward to Shaban. Shaban on a run here. Offensive opportunity for Shaban. Gets past the last defender but plays it out too far and reined in by Hank Hill, the goalkeeper for the Bacone Warriors. As I'm happy to bring in my play-by-color guy, Kyle Blankenship.
Well, Steve, good to be here, dodging the wind, the rain, and the cold, and a little traffic. But glad to be here and hopefully see the Hillcats pull out another victory tonight.
As the rain is falling here at Soldier Field, the lights are on, and that ball rolls out of bounds. David Bell, last one to knock it out of bounds. Throw in for the Warriors. Bell takes it in, heads it up to Martin. Martin over to Aruz. Roos to Kaufman. As Marco Bukva controls it on the far sideline. Bukva heads that one over a Bacone Warrior forward. Quick to punch it out. And the Hillcats control it. Excuse me, Warriors throw it. 38 minutes, 40 seconds remain here in the first half. 0-0 the score as Chase Walker takes this one away on the far sideline. He's tripped up on a slide tackle, but it goes out of bounds. Throw in RSU. So one played over to Walker. Walker back to Bukva. Bukva over to Friesen. This one pounded away by defensive back Lugano for the Warriors. Played forward, but Ryan Kaufman's there. He'll pass it over to Brian Jones. Jones up to Harmon, quickly taken away. Controlled again by Jones at the midfield stripe. Over to Bukva. Bukva back to Jones. They'll just play it back and forth between each other. Up to Ruse to Friesen. Friesen makes a move into the offensive third. He'll shoot this one. A low roller. Well off the mark. Wide left. And a goal kick opportunity for the Warriors here.
Good opportunity right there for the Hillcats. Shot missed just a little wide, but early on in the action, we seem to be pressing the issue. Look like we're getting some good runs at the goal, and hopefully we can capitalize here shortly.
Here's the goal kick taken in. Foul called there against the Hillcats. 37 minutes remain here in the first half, and a free kick opportunity for Jamie Moore and the Bacone Warriors. Just past the midfield stripe. This one played into the box, headed out by Brian Jones. That one goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Warriors. It'll be taken by Tom Dunning, far sideline. About 28 yards out. Jones quick to head that one out of the box. Another header up the field, controlled by Shaban. Not able to keep it in as the assistant referee, Larry Morgan, will call that one out on RSU. So a throw-in opportunity for Bacone yet again, down near their own offensive third. Quickly taken away by Aruz on the inbounds play. He'll play it up to Shaban on the far sideline. Unable to track that one down as it curved out of bounds. Looking similar to my golf swing, and a throw-in for Bacone. A foul called there against Bukva. So a free kick opportunity about 15 yards past midfield stripe for Bacone.
Steve, on a night like tonight, a guy like myself that doesn't know a whole lot about soccer, you wonder how the conditions will come into play. It's a lot cooler than what they've been used to practicing in. It's been real hot all summer, but, we saw a 20-degree drop in temperature in the last 2 days. And so, that along with the wind and the rain, who knows how much of a factor that'll play tonight.
That ball was played just outside the box, controlled by the Hillcats here as Harmon has it. Edmund Smith is right in the middle of the action, the referee, as Bacone has this one. A shot attempt here goes well off the mark, out of bounds, wide left, and a goal kick opportunity for the Hillcats. 35 minutes remaining here in the first half. 0-0 the score. As Brian Jones takes the goal kick for the Hillcats, played up just out of the reach of Chase Walker and kicked out of bounds by the Warriors. Here's the throw in by Bukva. Up to Harmon. Harmon to Ruse to Friesen, taken away quickly by Bacone. Played over to Logano. A slick track on this near sideline. Has the field very wet as well. Sloshy, mushy conditions, I guess you could say. But it's not impacting Mohammed Shaban's speed by any means.
No, that guy's about as fast as I've seen on the field this year.
As Friesen controls it, plays out to Martin. Martin has to save it from going out of bounds. Back to Friesen. The junior captain has it nearly taken away, able to get it back to Ruse. Advantage given to the Hillcats. Back to Friesen. He tries to get it back to Ruse, quickly taken away, and Logano controls it near side. Kicks it back to one of his defenders. And there's Gary Ruse finding his way into the fray of things, pickpocketing that one, and the Hillcats control it. Chase Walker, far sideline. Unable to get past the last defender on that far sideline before he can make a cross. And Bacone tries to play this one forward. Kaufman controls it. He'll have to move it up on the dribble. Quickly gives it off to Harmon. Harmon back to Bell. Bell slows it down for a second. Looks for a Ruse. It's off the mark. And passed away. Friesen will control this one at the mid-circle. Near trip from behind, and he gets it off to Ruse. Ruse tries to play it past the defense there, trying to get it to Shaban. Shaban was on the run, unable to do so, and there's a slide tackle by Friesen, and it goes out of bounds. 33 minutes on the clock here in the first half. RSU 0 and Bacone 0. 57 degrees here at Soldier Field.
Well, I mean, as you give the temperature, I was looking across at our benches. It's just funny to see all the guys bundled up, and they've got hoodies on, and the coaches in long sleeves and pants, and just such a contrast of what we've seen the first two home games that we've had here.
That's a 40-degree drop, just about. At least 40 degrees.
Within 2 days it was.
Within
I know
2
it
days,
was,
yeah,
I know it was close to 100 degrees.
100 degrees on Tuesday. So a throw in here taken by Jamie Moore near sideline, and we apologize for the awkward angles of the video as the rain is falling, unable to get our cameras outside, so we're having to film from inside the press box just down the way. So limited angles on the near side corners. So I'll try to do my best on describing the play in those corners. As there's a penalty there. Offsides, I believe, was the call. And free kick opportunity for RSU. Friesen controls it at midfield. He tries to play this one forward to Shaban, unable to get over the head of the defender, Stu Gregson. But a throw in here for the Hillcats. Walker quick to throw it in. Gets it to Ruse. He'll play it up to Shaban, unable to do so, but TJ Martin comes crashing in, jumps up for it. And the goalkeeper, Hank Kill, comes crashing in, able to pull that one in. He'll get up, grab his side for a second, and then punt this ball away.
Well, TJ Martin was just a half step away right there from probably heading one in.
Walker over to Ruse. He gets past the defender. He'll look for a cross here. Unable to get it off. Closely guarded, and it's taken away. He'll go into defensive mode. Excuse me, that was Adam Harmon. Bacone able to keep it in bounds on the far sideline. Gets this one off, but Kaufman's there, controls it, and gets it up to Justin Friesen at midfield. The junior captain over to Ruse, his fellow co-captain, to Martin. Martin to Harmon. Harmon, here's the shot from 35 yards, and that one's high over the crossbar, out of bounds, and a goal kick opportunity for Bacone.
Nice little touch pass there by TJ. He had a Ruse cutting in behind him, but he chose to go back towards the middle and got his team an opportunity to shot and missed just high.
As the Goalkeeper for Bacone, Hank Hill, is still kind of nursing that hip a little bit. He'll reach over every once in a while and touch it as that one's headed out. And they'll say it's off RSU, throw in for the Warriors. 30 minutes remain here in the first half. 0-0 the score. I'd like to thank you all for listening on RSUHillcats.com. The Game Central portal brought to you by Stretch Internet. Great deal we have with Stretch, able to provide nearly 120 games throughout the whole athletic season for RSU. Take this time real quick to thank some of the proud sponsors of Hillcat Athletics: Claremore Senior Living, Grand Bank, Hammett House, Jackasee Ford, and Robinson Properties as the corner kick opportunity here by Gary Aruz. Aruz plays this one in. No one home on the header, just over the head of Mohammed Shaban. Played out. Bukva able to tap that one out. Quickly taken away by Aruz. He'll control it, but they'll call the foul on Ryan Kaufman. Comes sliding in there. Slightly from behind, so a free kick for Bacone.
Boy, I love the way Ruse plays. I know I've said it since game one watching him, but he wasn't even in my line of sight. And then he came running back in and made a play on the ball and then stayed after it until, we were eventually whistled for a foul. But that kid gives 100% effort at all times. And there's a reason when you transfer in and you're named a captain immediately that, it's just evident of his work ethic and, what his teammates and or coaches saw in him.
Give and go there by T.J. Martin to Justin Friesen. Ends up at the feet of Shaban, and this one played off a Bacone Warrior foot. And a throw-in opportunity for Martin.
I think the Shaban fan club is back in full effect right now. Every time he touches the ball, I realize we actually do have some fans at the game tonight.
They're here at every game, rain or shine, and it's definitely raining right now. Is a nice steady downpour as Coach Larkins pulled out the red and white umbrella across the way. This one played up to Aruz at midfield. Chase Walker gets ahead on it, taken away by Bacone, and they'll play it forward. Gives chase is Cedric Brown. Unable to get a foot on it. Kaufman controls it on the far side corner. Quick kick here. Shaban tries to get ahead on it, unable to do so, but Chase Walker, making a nice run and forces the Bacone Warrior defense just kick that one out of bounds.
Yeah, great effort there by Walker. Showed some really good speed. Had a nice burst there. And forced the defense to just kick it out of bounds.
Chase Walker, a senior for the Hillcats, transferred in from Southwest Christian University. As Aruz controls this one, gives it back to Harmon. Harmon on the far side. Looks like Bukva. Bukva loses it on the far sideline, and Bacone on the run, far side at midfield. Tries to get it ahead for Cedric Brown. Unable to do so as Brian Jones be forced just to kick this one. Well, it keeps it in bounds up the line. Played back to Ryan Kaufman. Kaufman over to David Bell. Bell, he'll give it up to T.J. Martin. He'll make a run. Martin down the near sideline and kicks this one off a Warrior defender. Quick throw in by Bell to Aruz. Slips past it. Controlled by Jeremio. Jeremio will lose control of it. Controlled by Jones over to Kaufman. Kaufman to Friesen. Friesen in the middle field. Takes a shot. That one deflected. Hauled in by Logano. Taken away by Martin. Controlled by Bell. Bell tries to play this one in to Chase Walker. Walker unable to get a head on it. Shaban has it inside the box. Martin now on the near side. Near side of the box. He'll make a cross in the middle of the field. Chase Walker there, unable to do anything with it. And there's a foul inside the box. Chase Walker will get a nice talking to from head referee Edwin Smith.
We got a couple of Bacone players down right now. They're calling for the trainer. On the first guy that went down, looked like he took an elbow to the face. I think he's grabbing towards his nose. The other guy looks like he's grabbing his ankle.
One's grabbing the nose, the other the ankle, and trainers for both teams are out as Rebecca Brittle will trot her way to the far end of the field from her position on the Hillcat bench. It looks like a couple substitutions for RSU. Devin Williams will check in along with, I believe that's Enrique Souza, who didn't get the start.
Yeah, I noticed when I first got in, there were a couple of changes to the starting lineup. I saw that, Kaufman was back in after not starting last game, and Williams coming off the bench after he did start the last game. So, I like that kid coming off the bench. He brings a lot of energy, a lot of speed, and change of pace, bringing Sosa off the bench as well. That's a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Sosa nursing a little bit of an injury, so Coach Larkin wasn't sure if he was even going to play the senior for the Hillcats, but looks like he'll go ahead and bring him out. Here with about 25 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. Next dead ball, those two Hillcats will check in. Hillcat Athletics would like to thank the following corporate sponsors: Tulsa Teachers Credit Union, Melton Sales, Rogers County Abstract, and Spectrum Paint. All proud sponsors. Hillcat Club members. You can find out all about the Hillcat Club at rsuhillcats.com by clicking on the link at the top of the page. As Williams will check in, he'll replace Chase Walker, and Enrique Souza checks in for Gary Aruz.
Steve, even with this rain, we still have a pretty good crowd out here tonight. And, they just bundled up, and they all brought their umbrellas. So hopefully we can play well enough to send them all home happy.
Make it worth their while.
Yes, sir.
A couple Hillcat goals will definitely do that, as David Bill will have the throw-in opportunity here just past the midfield stripe. Plays it into Souza. Souza gets a foot on it. Forward to Martin, out of bounds. Throw in RSU. Looks like Martin will take it. Quickly taken by Bacone. Play back to Ryan Kaufman. Kaufman over to Brian Jones. Pair of great defensive backs. One a senior, the other a junior. This one played into the box, and no one home for the Hillcats, as Hank Hill will throw this one away. And we'll save all the King of the Hill jokes for the second half. Controlled by Bacone. Enrique Souza in on the play, able to tip it away, but Warrior defense will play this one forward. Bucco will give chase for the Hillcats and knocked it out of bounds and reset things for the RSU defense. 24 minutes remaining. 0-0 the score, as there's still a steady rainfall coming down. 57 degrees last time we checked, and I'm sure it's going to continue to drop throughout the night. Weather's supposed to pick back up. Temperature is over the weekend. It's a chilly one here as the shot taken by Bacone. That one by Jamie Moore over the crossbar, and a goal kick opportunity for RSU. Brian Jones will set this one up.
Not a bad effort there by Moore. Showed a little velocity on that kick right there. Just set a little high on him.
Here's the goal kick by Jones. Headed by Friesen off the head of Souza and controlled by Williams to Harmon. Harmon knocks that one off the back of Bacone defender Tom Dunning. Souza ends up with it. He'll play it forward to Shaban. Unable to gain real good control, and he'll do a swim move on the Bacone defender and knock him down. So a free kick opportunity for the Warriors on the far sideline. Souza battles for it. Bucco comes up on it and able to gain control. Up to Shaban. Shaban, far sideline, has that one slip around underneath his feet. Warriors have it. Play it over to Logano. Logano on the near side. This near side is very choppy as you see David Bell fall down. Nice play by Brian Jones over to Bukva. Bukva up to Shaban. Shaban will play this one back to Souza. Souza, the Brazilian, has the long sleeves on. Plays it to Shaban. Shaban in the box. Shot there and a goal! Mohammed Shaban with his fourth goal of the season. And the Hillcats take a 1-0 lead. 20 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, that guy so far early in the season, he's a scoring machine. You know, I love the way he plays. You know, great effort on that right there. And don't know how much of play the rain was a factor in that, but it looked like it kind of slipped over the goalie's hands. But give all the credit to Shaban right there for his effort on kicking that goal in and giving the Hillcats an early 1-0 lead.
And a great job by Shaban, able to get that one. He was on the far sideline, kind of went back post on that one, and snuck it in past the goalkeeper, Hank Hill. There's a handball there against Bacone. That one against Guillermo Gallego. So 1-0 the score here as the Hillcats lead it over Bacone College just down the road in Muskogee. A nice ball by Bell, not able to get over the head of the Bacone defense as Friesen controls it to Souza. Souza traps it, will turn it upfield. For him having a slight injury, he was able to make a great move to turn it upfield quickly. Souza has the gloves on as well.
Yeah, not quite sure what kind of advantage he's going to get with the gloves. I mean, it is cold, and he is from Brazil, so I don't know how cold it gets there. I wouldn't assume very cold.
Not one of those places that you think cold, at least.
But maybe, hey, if he keeps his hand warm, then maybe that foot will stay warm, and he'll kick in a goal here soon.
Newly engaged Enrique Souza proposed to his now fiancee prior to the opening game of the season for the Hillcats at home. Not a bad way to start out an engagement either, as the Hillcats got a 2-0 win there over Oklahoma Wesleyan. Right. There's a handball against Lugano. So free kick. Referee Edwin Smith didn't even have to blow his whistle there, as Bell will give it up to Souza. Souza takes it right towards Smith to Friesen. Friesen up to Souza, and here's a shot attempt. Oh! Crossbar, and a great opportunity and great look by Enrique Souza.
Oh, man, what a great attempt right there. He just almost snuck that in. At first, when he reared back to kick it, I didn't think he was going to have any chance. But, man, what a shot right there. And great effort. It doesn't look like their goalie has a lot of height. He looks a little undersized. So, you know, you have the opportunity to sneak one in over top of him. And I think that's exactly what Souza was trying to do. And, man, that was a great attempt right there.
Hill didn't even think that Souza had a shot on that one and had a delayed jump and was lucky that one hit off the crossbar as RSU takes in the goal kick. Played quickly. Bukva playing defense on the Bacone forward, and he'll slide in, trip up the forward, and that's a free kick for the Warriors at the midfield circle. 19 minutes remaining here on a rainy evening in Claremore. RSU leads it 1-0 over Bacone. Just a single game tonight, as the women had a single game last Friday in the 2-0 loss to ORU. Far sideline, Bacone controls it. Quickly taken away by Marco Bukva. That guy is impressive in the defensive backfield for RSU, as Enrique Souza is unable to get his foot on that one. It's taken away by Bacone. Harmon over to Bell. Bell quickly closed in on. Taps that one away and fights through the defense, and a call against Lugano, as I think he took the brunt of that force from David Bell, the human cannonball for the RSU defensive backfield.
Well, there's one thing for sure. Bell is not scared of contact, and he's not going to lose many of those battles when he does come in contact. I really like the way he plays. He's aggressive, he's tough, he's physical, exactly what you need on the back end for your team.
There's a foul against the Hillcats. That one against Shaban, I believe. So a free kick for the Warriors. So we click as the clock ticks under 8-10 minutes remaining in the first half. RSU 1, Bacone 0. Friesen over to Souza. Souza on the far sideline puts it out too far in front, and that one's knocked out of bounds. Throw in for the Hillcats. Quickly taken back to Bukva. Bukva to Jones at midfield over to Kaufman. He'll set things up for RSU. To Martin. Martin tries to play it forward to Harmon, unable to do so, and Martin unable to regain control, and the Warriors have it. Moore controls it. Gives it up to the middle and played over to the near sideline, but out of bounds off the foot of Ryan Kaufman. Here's the throw in by Jamie Moore. Back to Gomide, excuse me. Played out of bounds off the foot of Shaban, and another throw in for the Warriors.
Steve, I just want to know if Bacone has any tough names like Delugalecki.
No Delugalecki today.
All right.
Thank goodness.
That's good to know.
Guillermo Gallego might be the toughest one. Jaramillo, there's another one. The J and the double L combination. Here's the shot attempt, near side. Tries to go on the front post and off the mark for the Hillcats.
That's the first time Bacone's really gotten deep into our territory. They've taken a couple shots from long distance, but, you know, right there they had an opportunity. They were in the box, and our defense did a good job of forcing them to the outside, and ultimately that was the only opportunity he had, was to shoot it for that right post.
Kaufman gives it up to Martin. Martin to Souza at midfield. Souza tries to play it to Friesen, doesn't lead him correctly, and he'll have to play it back to Brian Jones. Jones over to Bukva. Bukva has to get rid of it quickly, but slips and falls, able to get past the defender. And there's a takedown by the Hillcats, Mohammed Shaban. Shaban with his 4th goal of the season, and that gives the Hillcats the 1-0 lead here with 15 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first half, as the rain keeps falling here at Soldier Field. Get a NCAA football update from Kyle Blankenship here in a little bit, as LSU and Mississippi State are going at it. Jamie Moore has it near side. He'll give it up to the middle. Controlled by Logano. Logano plays this one forward out of the run of Cedric Brown. Enrique Souza controls it, plays it forward to Friesen. Friesen will weave his way through the midfield of the Warriors. This one played over to Bukva. Bukva on the run. He'll play it up to Shaban. This one in the box. A tap attempt there. And a shot. And they're going to call offsides, rather. Larry Morgan on the far sideline waves his flag and says Martin was offsides as he came back on that one. So no goal there. And the time keeps ticking away. 4:20 remains here. 1-0 the score, RSU. After that offside negates the goal by T.J. Martin.
I think the Bacone players got that call right there. That was a late, threw the flag up really late on that, and almost after we had kicked the goal in. But, you know, I caught it at the last second that he was calling offsides.
Here's the cross by Souza to Martin. Martin, the left foot shot off the defense of Bacone, and that's Vitor Gomide.
However, I do like the opportunities we've getting. We've had 2 opportunities just now. We're about to get a corner kick, and Steve, I think we're going to put another one on the board here before halftime.
So a corner kick opportunity for RSU on the near side corner. Just out of the vision of those watching at home or on their iPod, iPad, iPhone. Here's the corner by T.J. Martin. Played in, and a nice header opportunity there. Just off the mark. And I believe that was Brian Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, Brian Jones came crashing in there, and it was just off the mark as 2 Hillcats check out. That's Harmon and Martin, as Nathan Garcia try to get another number there. Looks like Tyler Rector. Tyler Rector checks into the game for his first action of the season, the freshman out of Wawaso. He's filling in for the injured Garen Hayes. So Rector gets the call and sees his first action of the season here with 12 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. As that one's knocked out of bounds, throw in for the Warriors. Near sideline taken in by Moore. Moore plays it forward to Logano. It's out of bounds and a corner kick for the Warriors on the near side corner in the south end. Looks like Santiago Lucio will take this corner for the Warriors with 12 minutes remaining. Here's the corner by Lucio, played in, no one home for the Warriors. Still inside the box, and it'll squeak out. Far sideline, Devin Williams will keep it in bounds. Play it forward. Williams regains it after the Warriors knock it away, and there's a shove and a no call by head referee Edwin Smith. Somehow Justin Friesen comes up with it. Friesen plays it up to Shaban. Back to Friesen after the Warriors made a run on it. This one played forward, and there's Rector. Rector stops it, plays it back to Williams, a fellow freshman. Taken away by Williams by the Bacone defense, and they'll move into the middle third. Controlled on the far sideline by Marco Bukva. Bukva to Souza. Souza back to Bukva. To Souza. Souza weaves through some midfielders and over to Bell. Chip shot to Bell. Bell will play it up. Played into the box. No one home for the Hillcats, but Nathan Garcia takes a shot attempt, and it's deflected. Bukva plays it high into the sky, and there's Garcia. Poked away by the Bacone Warrior defense and taken in at midfield by Brian Jones. Back to Bell. Bell will move down the near sideline. He'll look to get rid of this one, and it's knocked out of bounds by Logano. Throw in for the Hillcats. David Bell will throw this one in. He gives it up to Souza. Souza to Rector. Rector weaves through, gets a shot off. Just past the diving save of Hank Hill, as that one was wide left. And
I think the ball was blocked by the defenders, but great effort there by Rector. You know, splitting the two defenders and even attempting to get that shot off. But looks like we're going to get a corner kick.
So a corner kick here. Played into the box. Outside, there's a chip shot. A volley by Kaufman, or excuse me, by Justin Friesen. Excuse me there. And saved by Hank Hill. Souza controls it. He'll play it forward to Devin Williams. Hard hit by Williams. He's unable to get rid of it, and the flag thrown up on the far sideline by Larry Morgan.
Well, the head referee was sitting there staring at it the whole time and never blew his whistle. Thankfully, the assistant referee decided to throw his flag up and give us a call. Williams was getting pushed around the whole time there, that whole possession.
As the Hillcats will have a free kick opportunity on the far sideline. Enrique Souza will take this one. Here's the kick by Souza, low into the box. No one home for the Hillcats as it squirts past Hank Hill. RSU has it. Brian Jones plays it back to Garcia. Taken away quickly. Logano ends up with it. Up to Cedric Brown, and that one knocked away by RSU. Throw in for the Warriors.
Oh, missed opportunity right there for the Hillcats. You know, that's where the weather came into play. You can see Hill, you know, grabbing a towel, trying to wipe his hands dry, but that ball just squirted out of his hands, and had we had somebody running towards the goal, we could have just punched a little easy chip shot in, but unfortunately a missed opportunity, and hopefully it won't come back to bite us.
8:20 remains. 1-0 the score. RSU leads Bacone. As Bacone will get another throw-in opportunity. This one about 40 yards out. Brian Jones battling for it down in the far corner, and say a throw-in, or excuse me, a foul against Bacone. Free kick for the Hillcats. About 3 or 4 yards off the end line, down in that far corner. As the rain continues to fall. Looking at the radar earlier today, it looked like we would have rain through a majority of this game. As Jones' kick is controlled by Rector. Off the mark pass by Rector to Friesen. It's controlled by Kaufman. Over to Bell on the near sideline. He's guarded closely by Jones. Or Brown, excuse me. Kaufman over to Brian Jones. Jones to Bukva. Bukva plays it up to Rector. Rector gets one touch. He plays it to Shaban. Shaban to Garcia. Garcia over to Devin Williams. He struggles to control it on the first touch, but now has it. Here's a run by Souza on the near sideline. Souza has it. He'll play into the middle of the field. Runs right into the defender for the Warriors, and this one's knocked away. David Bell controls it. There's a call against Devin Williams as he wasn't making a play for the ball and was just trying to block the midfielder, the forward, for Bacone Moore. Williams said something to Edwin Smith, the head referee, and it got a nice smile out of Smith. This one's played forward, and the shoe comes off of Santiago Lucio. Throw in here for Jamie Moore. Moore looks for Lucio. Doesn't go that way. It's played back to Moore at the out-of-bounds line to Logano. Logano kicks this one forward. No one makes a run. Brown isn't there. And that means Nathan Inger will end up with it. He'll pick it up as the Bacone player, Guilherme Gallego, comes chasing in, forcing Inger's punt. It's a high punt headed by Bukva up to Rector, out of bounds off Bacone. To pull up the radar, it looks like the rain is slowly going to move out of Rogers County. Could be getting a break here soon, but still falling currently here in Claremore.
Well, hopefully in the second half, we'll have some clear skies, but imagine the wet field's going to stick around probably for the majority of the game. It'll be interesting to see how it holds up throughout the contest.
Be a true test of Coach Robert Brown from the baseball team as this play in the box. Garcia's there. He's unable to get a shot off. So he squirts out of bounds, and a corner kick opportunity for RSU, and Rector will take it, and there's stoppage of time as there's an injured Warrior.
Well, Shaban really has another gear, and I'm very impressed with not just his speed, but his acceleration. He can go from a stopped position, virtually stopped, to just kicking it into another gear and just almost darting past his defender, and he did that right there, and nearly had a chance at a goal.
Here's the shot attempt by Rector. Kaufman gets a head on it. Mohammed Shaban gets it on the rebound after the header attempt by Ryan Kaufman, and the Hillcats lead it 2-0. 4:38 remaining here in the first half, and RSU leads it off a pair of goals by Mohammed Shaban.
Well, man, what a great effort right there again. Just sticking with it. Great corner. Kaufman got a solid header on it. He's not going to lose many of those standing 6'2". He kind of towers above everybody else out there. Not going to lose many of those headers, and he got a good head on it. And, the goalie fumbled around with it. Probably the rain, the wetness slipped out a little bit, but Shaban stuck with it, snuck in there, got his second goal of the game, and, man, that kid's impressive so far early in his career.
So the Hillcats lead it 2-0 with 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here at Soldier Field off a pair of goals by Mohammed Shaban. That gives Shaban 5 goals on the season for the freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, played previously for Peace Academy High School.
Well, 5 goals already is very, very impressive. I know it's early to start talking single-season records, but I believe 13 is the single-season record, and he is well on pace for that this season.
Desmond Fitzgerald holds that 2009 season. Fitzgerald, one of those original members of the Hillcat soccer program.
Right. Fitzgerald's not only single season leader, but he's the career leader with 28.
Had an excellent career, 4-year career for Coach Derek Larkin. One of those Englishmen, pair of Englishmen for the Hillcats that really set the stage for what is now Hillcat soccer. He along with Sean Surridge.
Yeah, Coach Larkin did a very good job tapping into that pipeline.
With those two impressive Englishmen, and he's got a nice little pipeline coming from Tulsa right now. He can get Shaban and others up here in Claremore and Rogers County. As Kaufman has it, he'll give it up. That one to Grant Smith as he's checked into this contest. Smith has it. I believe he checked in for Devin Williams, as Williams, the freshman, is checked out. Williams unable to really hold a lot of control on the ball in his couple of minutes of play. Just unable to really get a great footing as the Warriors control it on the far sideline. Play it back to the defensive back. That is Stu Gregson. Gregson tries to get rid of it. It's brought in by the Hillcats. Justin Friesen. Friesen on the far sideline. Trying to dribble through a couple of the defenders, and that one out of bounds. They'll say it's off of Friesen. And the Hillcats try to get this one back. Leading 2-0. 2 minutes remaining here at Soldier Field. Enrique Souza has it, and the Hillcats will start to make a run. Souza puts it out too far in front, and a throw in as that one's poked away out of bounds.
Well, just under 2 minutes remaining. It's going to be interesting to see how we finish this half. Hopefully, we'll finish it strong. Keep being aggressive. Try to get another ball in the box and maybe into the goal area. You never know what happens with this weather, and the goalie's already shown to be shaky so far early in the contest. And you never know. So let's try to get one in there and try to get another goal on the board going into half.
Nathan Inger, the goalie for the Hillcats, hasn't really been tested so far. He has not had to make a save in this contest. While Bacone's keeper has made 3 saves and given up 2 goals. Hank Hill for the Warriors. Bacone controls it in midfield. Plays it up, quickly poked away by RSU, and that one goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Hillcats, and Marco Bukva will quickly throw it in. Garcia controls it as we have 1 minute remaining. Looks like it was Grant Smith battling for it, and he'll get the call. Free kick opportunity for Marco Bukva, and the Hillcats as 40 seconds remain. Bukva is going to watch the clock go down as his teammates get set down near the box. Bacone trying to hold steady on the defensive line. Bukva plays this one into the box. Header opportunity, no one home. Shot attempt off the mark for Garcia. Enrique Souza has it. 20 seconds remain. Souza chases down, and there's a foul there. He'll take the free kick. His time is expiring. 7 seconds, and Edwin Smith will stop the time to check on Souza.
Well, we're just going to have a couple seconds left once he blows a whistle for this ball to be back in play. And let's kick this thing right at the goal and see if we can get lucky and knock one in.
Souza will take it, as every one of the Hillcats is just about in the box. The only guys not are probably under 5'8". This one plays off the hands of Hank Hill, controlled by the Hillcats, and that's time as time expires. Rogers State leads it 2-0 at the half. Quick thoughts of the first half by Kyle Blankenship.
Well, I definitely think the weather has come into play with their goalie. As you just saw right there on that last kick by Sosa, yes, he had a lot of velocity on it, kicked it really hard, but it hit the goalie square in the chest, and his hands were right there to catch it, and he still couldn't maintain control. So, taking that into the second half, let's continue to be aggressive, try to keep the pressure on, get as many attempts as we can in on that guy, and try to tack on a couple more goals in. Defensively, we've done a great job. We've dominated the game for the first 45 minutes, and, hopefully we can continue to do this and walk out of here with an easy win tonight.
Some first half totals real quick from Bacone. They have 2 shots, none of them on goal. No goals, no assists, and 6 fouls, as they've had 3 saves for goalkeeper Hank Hill. He's given up 2 as the Hillcats, 2 goals that is, as the Hillcats lead it 2-0. For the Hillcats, it's been a different story. Offensively, they have 13 shots, 5 of those on goal, 2 goals, 2 assists, and 6 fouls against RSU. No saves and no goals against for the Hillcats as Roger State leads it 1-0 or 2-0, excuse me, over the Bacone Warriors. The first goal came at the 23:55 mark in the first half. That one on a pass by, or the second one, excuse me, came from with 23:55 remaining in the first half. That one from Souza to Shaban, and then, or excuse me, that one was the first goal. That was 23 minutes into the game. Souza got it, or Shaban got it from Souza on the cross. Friesen headed the ball towards the goalie, and it was deflected by Hank Hill with 40 minutes and 46 seconds remaining, as Shaban got the score there to give the Hillcats the 2-0 lead. So a pair of goals by Mohammed Shaban has the Hillcats leading 2-0 as we enter halftime. Take a quick about 9-minute break, but before we do, just like to thank some of our sponsors. Proud sponsors of RSU's athletic department are Grand River Dam Authority, Walmart, and Pelco Structural, along with Community Home Health, Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, RCB Bank, All-Star Trophy, and Charlie's Chicken, and other fine sponsors: Grand Bank, Hammond House, Jack Kissee Ford, Robinson Properties, Tulsa Teachers Credit Union, Melton Sales, Rogers County Abstract, and Spectrum Paint. We'll be back here in about 8 minutes for the second half as RSU leads this one 2-0. Welcome back into Hillcat Soccer. Steve Braun alongside Kyle Blankenship as we get set for the second half here from Soldier Field. Bacone will take this one and play it back to their defensive backs. Play it near side to Greg Cowley. Cowley plays it to the far side to Moore. That one controlled by Bell. Bell will get it up to Shaban. Shaban has it far side, makes a run. Over to Martin. Martin tries to play it ahead to Shaban. Shaban gets a play on it in the box. Will keep it in bounds somehow. Plays it into the middle of the box. There's a shot attempt by Chase Walker, and it's high on the volley. Out of bounds. Over the crossbar for a goal kick for Bacone. With just 30 seconds in to the contest, we get a first shot attempt.
Well, hey,
to the second half, excuse me.
Talking to Coach Larkin coming out of the break, he said he wanted his team to stay aggressive and, look for some early opportunities. And there you go. We just had one 30 seconds in. The Bacone defense was looking for a foul, it looked like. The goalie came all the way out to the corner, and he almost found himself in no man's land. And fortunately for him, we didn't get a good foot on the ball and missed it just high.
There's a shot attempt by Enrique Sosa, well off the mark, wide left. So yet another goal kick opportunity for the Warriors. As we're just a minute, 20 seconds into this contest, already had 2 shot attempts. This one controlled by Bupa. As Cali gets ahead on it, Griffin Kane has entered the game for the second half at the midfield spot. Harmon steps in on that one and tries to lead Shaban, but it's well ahead of the streaking freshman for the Hillcats. 2-0 the score. Steve Braun, Kyle Blankenship, happy to have you with us.
Still a good crowd out here, Steve. Not many people left at halftime. The umbrellas have been put away briefly. The rain has not fallen anymore. And, other than it being cold right now, it looks like a pretty good night to play a second half.
54 degrees here in Claremore as the second half has just gotten underway. There's a hard foul, no call, and this one played out of bounds. Slow to get up is Chase Walker.
Well, he took an awkward fall on there. He kind of slipped a little bit on his way down and didn't have time to brace his fall and really just landed on his side and maybe just knocked the wind out of him briefly.
As it'll be a Hillcat throw in here down in the far corner, or the near side corner, excuse me, south end zone here at Soldier Field. Throw in by Bukva. Played to Harmon. Harmon loses control of it on the end line. It's ran out of bounds, but no call.
Yeah, that ball looked out of bounds.
As they keep it in, according to the referees. And it's played back. Ryan Kaufman will control it. Kaufman over to Brian Jones. To Bell. Bell fights through the forward. A little shove in there. Edwin Smith will try to gain control of this one. Calls a foul against the Hillcats and Bell. 41 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Here's the free kick taken by Bacone over to Hiromo. Jones will boot this one away, plays it up to the forwards. Noah on a run yet. Walker chases after it as that one just died on the grass. This field quite mushy on the near sideline. As Griffin Kane battles for it in the middle. Unable to control it, he'll bring it in and finally come up with it as Enrique Souza to Kane. Kane fighting for it yet again. Gives it up to Harmon. Harmon over to Bukva. Near side. Bukva back to Jones. Over to Kaufman. At about the midfield circle, far side. To Souza. He'll keep control, and somehow it's getting given to TJ Martin, who loses it. Ryan Kaufman controls it again, right at the midfield stripe. He'll play it up to Souza. Souza far sideline. Over to Martin. Near side assistant referee has his flag up, and offsides is called against TJ Martin on the far sideline with 40 minutes remaining here in the second half.
You know, Steve, one of the things we talked about in a previous game was, the referees kind of dictating, what they allow to go on out there, and the players have to adjust. And, our head referee tonight, he's kind of letting them play a little bit, and he's letting some of that physical aggression, go on without calling a foul. So it's going to be interesting to watch throughout the rest of this half to see the two teams adjust, especially Bacone, because we're the more physical team right now. But it'll be interesting to see as they start trying to be aggressive and make tougher plays just like that as we speak, to see, how far they'll push it, push the limits. You can already tell that they're trying to be more aggressive, and, you want to go as far as you can without crossing the line, and, hopefully it doesn't get dirty as we move on throughout the game. But, that's just kind of something to follow throughout the rest of this contest.
Slide tackle there by Greg Calley from behind, brings down Chase Walker, and that'll be a free kick for Marco Bukva and the Hillcats. Bukva plays this one in. Nice curve on the ball. Controlled in by TJ Martin. He'll get a shot off. That one deflected. Shaban takes his shot. It's deflected away near the near side corner on the south end zone. So the Hillcats are moving north to south. 2-0 the lead for RSU.
Well, I think anytime the ball gets in the box for us, if Shaban's in the game, he's going to find a way to get his foot on it. He's just right place, right time, all the time.
Talked about the physical play. The chippiness might go up as this game continues, especially if the Hillcats continue to hold the 2-0 lead, or even more as this one's played back to Inger. Inger, bad pass there. David Bell able to come up with it. Bell loses control. Bacone in their first offensive set. This one deflected, and it goes out of bounds. No, they'll say it was a clean shot. Wide right of the goal there, and Inger and the Hillcats will have a goal kick.
Well, it's the first real opportunity for Bacone in the contest, as a result of Inger's, poor kick out, or whatever you want to call it. But, I think, with the slow turf, with the rain and the wind, he just, misplayed it. And fortunately, it didn't come back to cost us.
That one goes out of bounds off the foot of Stu Gregson. Take this opportunity to thank some of our proud sponsors of the Hillcat Athletic Department: Grand River Dam Authority, Walmart, and Pelco Structural. As we move under 38 minutes remaining in this contest. Bukva controls it. He'll play it into the middle. Nice
Great
touch
ball
by Enrique Souza. Shaban's there. That one played away.
Oh!
Chase Walker gets a shot attempt as I believe that was Jamie Moore. No, that was actually Stu Gregson. Terrible idea there by Gregson. Needs to have a call off by Hank Hill, the goalkeeper there. As Hill was crashing in, Gregson volleyed that one out. And Chase Walker was right there for the Hillcats, just unable to get a clean shot off as that one went right. And a substitution here for Bacone. Checking out is Vitor Gomidi.
Well, just a little miscommunication right there between the goalie and defender. But, as I look down at the roster, you'll notice that their goalie's a freshman. And a lot of times, he's just in his fourth game. And I don't know his stats previous, if he started, whatnot. So, he's relatively inexperienced. And as you can see, we've talked about it before, the speed of the game at the college level, it's just faster. At any sport, no matter what you play, it's faster. The higher the level you go up, the faster the game gets. And he's found himself caught out of position several times tonight. And, he'll learn as he gets older. But, it's something that we need to take advantage of as this game continues on.
A nice cross by TJ Martin Enrique Souza able to get a header on that one. It's held in by Hank Hill as Shaban takes off there, and a foul called against Stu Gregson.
Well, that's really, if there ever is such thing as a good foul, that was run right there, because if he doesn't make that play, Shaban's going to have a free run at the goal with a guy running along him on the outside.
Hank Hill has 2 saves previously, according to the statistics on DACStatsNAIA.org. 2 saves and 1 contest played for Hill. Did not start that one, as their previous goalkeeper, Zach Hughes, had gotten most of the starts. So here's a free kick opportunity by Enrique Souza. Screamer just above the ground, and that one's a diving save attempt by Hank Hill.
We've got to give credit where credit's due, and he's had a rough night so far, but a good play right there by Hill, making a slight catch, and he just pretty much smothered that ball and said, hey, I've had a few squirt away from me, but I'm not letting one get away this time.
Souza takes control. Holds it in midfield. Moves into the offensive third. That one poked away on a slide tackle by the defense for Bacone. They'll control it now. Plays it over to the far side to Brown. Brown has it. Far sideline near midfield. Taken away by the Hillcats. Nice touch by Shaban. Over to Martin, and a foul called. It looked like the Hillcats had advantage there. They played it off. As Zach Hughes is into the contest now for Bacone.
For all we know, he may have been in the whole game.
He may have been. I had Hill being the one circled earlier, but it may have been Hughes. As a goal kick opportunity here for Bacone. 33 minutes, 33 seconds remaining here in the contest. As Chase Walker checks out, and Gary Aruz re-enters the contest for RSU.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if they switched goalies at halftime or what, but they sure do look similar if they did.
Yeah. We'll try to figure that one out. It's Hank Hill on the stat sheet for that first half, so Hill had 2 goals against him and 4 saves total in the first half. As Bacone has it down on the far side corner. Quick throw in by them. They'll control it. Down in the near side corner of the north end zone. Cross there over the head of Moore and out of bounds. Throw in opportunity for RSU. 2 yards past the in line.
Well, that cross had just a little bit too much speed on it. Maybe if he'd put a little touch on it, a little more loft where it could have dropped in there. He had a guy coming in looking to knock a header in there, but, a little too much. And, it's going to be a Hillcats ball. And hopefully we'll drive this thing down the field and see what happens. Or turn it over and give him a corner.
Corner kick is the call here for the Warriors on the far side corner. 33, just under 32 minutes remaining. 2-0 the score. Steve Braun, Kyle Blankenship, happy to be with you here on RSUHillcats.com. The Game Central Porter. This corner kick played into the box and poked out, and eventually kicked over the inline by Guillermo.
Well, I'll tell you what, anytime you kick it in there on our defense, we're not going to lose many headers between Jones and Kaufman. Jones, 6'4", he just towered above everybody else right there and knocked that ball out. And, that's really an advantage that we have. All the teams that I've seen play, not only do we have a lot of speed or on the edges, but on the back end, we've got some size and strength, that pretty much just outmatches our opponents.
A lot of size up the middle. If you look at it, Brian Jones, 6'4", 190. Ryan Kaufman, 6'2", 185. And Justin Friesen, 6'1", 185. Kaufman and Jones are the middle backers and freezing the center mid. Gives a lot of height right there in the middle and a lot of good size. As Martin looks for the cross there. That one knocked away by Bacone and eventually kicked out of bounds. So a throw in here for the Hillcats on the far sideline.
Yeah, and then you throw David Bell into that mix, and there's your strength and your muscle back there. And, you know, we'll come up with some nickname for him before the season's over. I'm sure the team already has one, but, you know, right now I just consider him the big punisher.
David Bell, 5'8", 200 pounds. He's on one defensive back position as a shot attempt off the mark. I believe that's Adam Harmon. You got Bell on one side, and Marco Bukva is not small by any means either. 5'10", 177 pounds. He can pack a punch as well. Bukva here on the pass into the middle. That one off the chest of Shaban and past the end line, so a goal kick opportunity for the Warriors. Just under 30 minutes remain. 2-0 the score. RSU leads. As Zach Hewells did start this second half for Bacone. Souza has it on the near sideline, trying to get past the defense. He's shoved down, no call. He'll hop right back and move into defensive mode. Trying to poke it away, given up quickly by Bacone. Bukva has it. He tries to get it to Rouge. No call there. As Ryan Jones comes crashing in, and he'll get it over to Kane. Kane to Rouge. Rouge shoved down inside, just outside of the box. No call. And the Warriors will move into the middle third. Bukva gets a foot on it. It will knock that one out of bounds, and the Hillcats will have a chance to reset things defensively.
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. This referee is letting them play just a little bit, and, you know, if it's a little contact, he's not going to call it.
That one's knocked out of bounds. Flag points in favor of Bacone, so they'll have a throw in here. Quick throw. Logano has it, knocked out of bounds by Souza for the Hillcats. Bacone throw in yet again. Dunning will have this one. Played out. Shaban try to play this one up the line, and they'll say that's out of bounds on the Hillcats. Thought maybe tip out by Gregson, but not the case according to the referees. And Griffin Kane will play this ball forward. Souza on the run. Souza tries to get past one defender. Unable to do so as he's battling for it. Souza in the far near side corner. Has it on the end line. Still battling. Looking to do something with it. Out of bounds and throw in for the Hillcats. About a yard off the end line on the near side corner. Bukva will trot down to take this throw in. Plays it into Harmon. Harmon moves down to the end line off the foot of Souza. Out of bounds on the Hillcats as there's a Warrior player down just outside of the 18-yard box. About 5 yards off the end line. They'll ask for time. He is yet to move. He's still down. And he waves on the trainer. So both trainers will trot out there to check on the injured Bacone Warrior. We'll take time here to say thank you to some of our proud sponsors: Community Home Health, Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center, RCB Bank, All-Star Trophy, and Charlie's Chicken. All proud sponsors of Hillcat Athletics as Roger State leads it 2-0 over Bacone here at Soldier Field. 27 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Go ahead and get a score update in that college football game.
Well, yeah, you know, I was just refreshing my phone right there for our viewers back home who may not have the game on, or anybody that's listening in the booth next door that's interested. You know, the LSU Tigers just took a 6-3 lead with 1:18 left to go in the first half with the second field goal of the game. Not a whole lot of offense going on. Pretty typical of SEC football.
No doubt, as the injured player is still on his stomach, laying down. Rebecca Brittle checking him out.
You know, I say that's pretty typical of SEC football. I am aware that there are some teams that put up a lot of points in that league. However, you know, growing up in Louisiana, I've been frustrated throughout the years at the inability of LSU's offense to put points on the boards. Many years they could have competed for a national championship, in my opinion, had they been able to just score. And unfortunately, it looks like this year is no different. Now, I didn't get to see the game against Oregon. I know they had 40-some points, but I think that had a lot to do with the defense, special teams play, and the pace that Oregon plays at. You know, they're going to dictate a high-scoring game.
As the player's still down, they're going to bring the golf cart over to help him out. As Coach Sean Slater, assistant coach for the Hillcats, will walk over there as well. Check things out. 27-13. Time on the clock. 27 minutes, 13 seconds as the Hillcats lead at 2-0 on a pair of goals by Mohammed Shaban.
Well, you know, as we sit here and I, start to look out towards the field, you know, there's not a whole lot of movement from the player that's down. You hope that it's not a neck injury or something of that sort, or concussion, anything to do with the head. You know, that's the last thing, and you know, hopefully they won't have to pull out a stretcher or anything here. But, you know, it's all speculation from our view. We're kind of blocked, but not a whole lot of movement from the player at this moment.
He's got a couple of teammates around him. Mohammed Shaban's down there as well. Enrique Souza looking on. You have their trainer, Bacone's trainer, Rebecca Brittle, her student worker there as well, as they run a cup of water over. Grab a water bottle as well.
I didn't see what happened, Steve, did you?
I didn't really catch what happened as well. It just didn't look like much of anything, and next thing you know, he was down on the ground and wasn't moving. So still slow to move. Haven't seen a whole lot of movement at all. This play has come to a halt, and some of the other players on the field trying to stay warm as it is a cool evening. Luckily, the rain has stopped falling, as Coach Larkin will call his players over and talk to them as the rest of the Bacone Warriors now walk down into the south end zone, this near side corner, to check things out.
Well, he's drinking water. He's laying face first down on the ground, but
he's now moved up to where he's on his elbows, it looks like.
But he's got a bottle of water in his hand, taking some sips.
Yep. May have just took a shot to the face. Something along those lines. Take this opportunity to thank some more sponsors for the Hillcat Athletic Department. Proud sponsors, members of the Hillcat Club, Claremore Senior Living, Grand Bank, Hammett House, Jack Cassee Ford, and Robinson Properties, as they will help the injured player now up, rolled over onto his rear side and help him lift him into the cart. Here at Soldier Field, couldn't really get a number on the player. He was one of their defensive backs, and they're going to move him into the cart now. And looks like Rebecca Brittle is on her cell phone, as hearing sirens here. So,
well, you hope they're not coming to our facility. But
there's a veterans hospital down the road, so it's not out of the ordinary for sirens to be heading that way. But
we hope it's just a leg injury or knee injury or something of that
sort. Turn an ankle or hurt a wrist, but not really seeing.
Well, he's sitting up in the back of the car.
As here comes there's a fire truck coming onto campus. Down the middle of campus, as you can probably hear the sirens. Coach Rebecca Brittle is still on the phone.
He's got his eyes closed.
He's sitting up drinking water as the fire truck has stopped, and there's a campus police officer that's right next to them. And time resumes. Or the game resumes, excuse me. The clock starts going again as get things underway again. The injured player off the field. We'll try to get an update of that injured Bacone player. Hillcats lead it 2-0 here. As the goal kick goes out of bounds, and the Hillcats will have a throw in here. Marco Bukva, quick to throw it in, plays it up to Gary Aruz. Aruz battle it on the near sideline. That one sneaks out of bounds, and a throw in here for the Hillcats. Shaban tries to take a shot attempt there. That one deflected. It's played out of bounds. Corner kick for RSU. Gary Aruz will take it. Aruz with the corner kick, played into the box. Header there by Brian Jones. Nice save by Hank Hill, and that one's knocked out of bounds. Another corner kick opportunity for RSU.
Well, Jones once again winning the header battle. You know, there's no doubt about it that he's not going to lose many of those contests. And, you know, I do have a little inside information that he once played basketball at Tulsa Union High School and won a dunk contest.
Wow. As there's the corner kick by Aruz. This one a low liner, and it goes out of bounds quickly. So a goal kick for Bacone as fire truck is stopped here at the southeast corner of Soldier Field, checking out the injured Bacone player. Their trainer trotted over there quickly, or one of their assistant coaches at least. As they'll check him out. Here's the quick throw in. Bukva's got it. He'll throw it in to Patrick Seward. Seward has checked into the game. Here comes the ambulance onto the scene, as David Bell has it on the far sideline. Bell will look to cross it. It's knocked away. Kaufman has it to Jones. So are you saying we should get Brian Jones in the dunk contest come homecoming weekend?
Well, I'll tell you what, if he would have been in last year's, he wouldn't have had a hard time competing because it wasn't a whole lot of excitement. But unfortunately, I think this year, you know, we
Might
do
be a little
have
bit different.
We do have some high flyers on the roster, so you know, I don't know if he can hold his own in this year's contest, but I would be interested to see him get out there and do his thing. And
he might have to be a secret nomination, as this cross by Shaban played into the middle. TJ Martin's there, and there's a foul. Oh, no, he's just calling a corner kick for the Hillcats. That one was played into Martin, I believe, right in the middle of the box, and he was knocked down from behind. So a corner kick here for Gary Aruz and the Hillcats with 23 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. This one played in. Griffin Kane right in front of the keeper, and it's headed out by the defense for Bacone. That was Greg Cowley. 2-0 the score. RSU leads it over the Bacone Warriors. This one, Aruz plays it in to the box. Jones goes up for the header opportunity yet again. Nothing there. Played out of the box quickly, but who's there? None other than Brian Jones.
well, it's funny right
Knocked
there.
out of bounds, called in favor of Bacone.
On that corner, you know, he looked to hit the backside to Jones again, and Jones almost, I know we've been using some basketball analogies, he almost got boxed out is what it looked like. The guy kind of got down low and, you know, stuck his rear out there and kind of got into Jones' thighs where he wasn't able to jump and get above the defense as he had the two previous times.
As Kaufman controls it on the far sideline. Kaufman, center back, gets it over to TJ Martin. Martin into Aruz. Aruz, the shot attempt off the mark, and a nice save by Hank Hill and deflected out of bounds. Excellent save by Hill. Or excuse me, Zach Hewells. Still thinking Hill is out there, but Zach Hewells made an excellent save as he checked in at the start of the second half.
Oh, what a great save. I mean, you can't give that kid enough credit. Aruz had a point-blank opportunity, and great job by the goalie right there just to knock that out.
Here's the corner kick for the Hillcats. Nothing in the box. Played out to Aruz. Aruz plays it to the backside.
Good is.
Gary Aruz on the volley to Brian Jones. And the Hillcats lead it 3-0. 22 minutes, 8 seconds remain here in the second half, and the Hillcats now lead it 3-0.
Well, you can see that one coming from about the last probably 5 or 10 minutes. You know, every time we've had an opportunity, you know, to get the ball in the scoring area, you know, get it up above the defense. You know, Brian Jones just towers above everybody else and kind of found himself on the backside all alone and just poked that one right back into the upper left corner. And what a great play there by him, and give that kid credit for sticking with it.
That's the first goal of the season for Brian Jones. And he might just earn himself a secret entry into the homecoming slam dunk contest.
Well, hey, I know we had Mo and Alex versus soccer, and if we don't get him in the dunk contest, we might need to do a feature later on in the season. Brian Jones and another one of his teammates that think that they can do something on the basketball court against a couple of our guys. I think that'd be pretty fun and entertaining.
I heard rumor you might show up on the Mo versus Alex.
You know,
there's talk of that. Negotiations?
Yeah, we're in negotiations, contract negotiations. You know, I want a little more money than they're offering to give me right now, so I'm going to hold out until the price is right.
I can tell you that Mo and Alex will take on golf at one point. That one's in the works. So be sure to check those out on the Hillcat YouTube page, as there's a foul called there, and can't really tell who that is for the Hillcats on the ground at this moment. It's Gary Aruz as he gets back up, has that captain band around his upper arm, as the Hillcats will have a free kick opportunity here, leading 3-0 under 21 minutes remaining in the contest. Steve Braun, Kyle Blankenship, happy to have you with us here on RSUHillcats.com. This one played into the box. Hules will punch it out, eventually jump on it as Kaufman came crashing in on it. Hules looks to punt it away quickly, but chooses to rather throw it out to the far sideline.
Well,
Two Hillcats collapse on it.
I'll tell you what, if that is a different goalie than we saw in the first half, they have a lot of similarities. You know, they make some aggressive plays on the balls in the box. You know, they really come out of their goalie position very often.
This one's played on the far side. TJ Martin comes up with it. He'll come around the first line of defense, fight out of a defender. And there's a foul just outside of the box. And they'll actually pull it back. Or actually, the head referee will issue a yellow card, it looks like.
Well, I was just about to say that before he called the player over there, that sooner or later we're going to see a yellow card issued. You know, he's got to take control. We're just under 20 minutes. We've got a commanding 3-0 lead. Bacone has not shown anything throughout this contest where they've, really put any pressure on our defense or goalie. And so, as long as we can maintain, what we've been doing, find a way to finish and not let them get that one. Because if they get one on the board here, then, they seem to come in bunches. And so right now, we've got the ball in great position to even increase our lead.
Derek Logano has the yellow card, and the free kick opportunity by the Hillcats goes awry, and a goal kick opportunity now for Bacone with 19 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here at Soldier Field. 3-0 the score. So played up, Bukva gets a shoulder on it to Seward. Seward over to Kane, Griffin Kane back to Harmon. Harmon looking for something, no one really available, back to Kane. Kane will play it over to Bell, over to Kaufman. 5 yards in front of the half stripe. Tries to get it up to TJ Martin, that one, or excuse me, not Martin, Shaban. That one off the mark. 9s and 2s look the same when it's from this far away at times.
Steve, if we just want to keep this ball around the midfield stripe, we could do this because their team is not being real aggressive right now. Being down 3-0, you think they would try to pick up the tempo a little bit.
TJ Martin shot attempt. It's deflected, goes wide right, but it ought to be a corner kick. And yes, Edwin Smith will issue a corner kick for the Hillcats, near side corner in the south end. And the Hillcats have been on their offensive third of the field, at least the offensive half of the field for the majority of this second half.
Yeah, not just the majority of the second half, the majority of the game. And, that's a great sign.
There's the corner played out. TJ Martin will get a chip shot off, but it's wide left, and a goal kick here for Bacone.
You know, and on the other side of the ball, if you're Bacone, you really got to look to make something happen right now. You know, maybe try to just kick the ball on, kick it over the defense. You know, try to see if we'll make a mistake to give them a chance. Because, you know, if they don't make a move in a hurry, then, you know, when we get this game down to 10 minutes, you know, it's just going to be keep away and try to find a way to run the clock out as fast as we can.
There's a substitution here. Adam Harmon checks out. Looks like Nathan Garcia checking in. As one of the, looks like the fire chief has taken off now. Golf cart's moving over in the southeast end, and they've shut the doors on the back of the ambulance. So we'll try to get an update on maybe what exactly happened as Brian Jones gets a header there. The Hillcats controlled on the far sideline, leading 3-0. 17 minutes remaining in the contest. Comes David Bell, and he comes sliding in, jumping in, excuse me. Pokes that one away, but may have got a cleat across the top of Logano's head, so Bacone gets a free kick, and they'll play with it quickly. Up to Callie. Callie loses control of it, knocked away by Bukva. This is the first time we've seen Bacone in the offensive third for at least 10 minutes. And there's a substitution for the Warriors. So right when they had momentum, they stopped things with a substitution. Logano will check out on the far sideline, replaced by Jordan Hausman. Hausman into the contest, and the Hillcat defense is able to regain possession, or reset at least, and now they regain possession. It's only for a minute. Quick shot attempt there, and saved by Inger on the end line, and that one's knocked out by Brian Jones. So a corner kick for the Warriors.
That's the first really opportunity for Inger, and he too had a little trouble, you know, right there. You know, could have swallowed that ball up, but made a good save, but eventually bounced off his glove, and you could see him looking at his hands. You know, that ball's pretty slippery right now with that wet turf.
Lucio on the near side corner in the north end. Here's his cross. Knocked away by the Hillcats and controlled by Shaban for only a moment. He'll regain control now. Look to get around the defender. He does. On the far sideline, moves up to midfield. Plays it forward to TJ Martin. Martin unable to control it, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Warrior defense, and they'll have a Hillcat throw-in on the far sideline. About 45 yards out.
Well, that was a great pass there by Shaban. TJ Martin just didn't seem to be able to get his steps right on that. He was making a good run on it, but he couldn't chop his feet or get the right footing there to make a run.
As we just got an update from our new associate athletic director, or assistant athletic director, Dave Anderson, that it was a possible concussion for the Bacone Warrior. He was out like a light bulb, is the way that it was described down there, and it looked like it.
Well, you knew that the way he wasn't moving, that it had to be a head or neck injury. Fortunately, it wasn't neck, and they didn't have to bring out the stretcher, and he was able to come to and get up on the back of the cart. But that's definitely something you want to take every precaution. You know, you want to make sure that you take the right procedures and handle it correctly, and hopefully for that young man, you know, he's going to be okay, and, you know, he'll just miss a week or two of action.
Concussions are not something to mess around with. Bailey Lynn, she's a manager now, but as a goalkeeper for the Hillcats, her career's cut short due to concussions. So Shaban has it. He'll play it out to Seward. Seward on the near sideline. Across here, TJ Martin's there, unable to get a good bounce on it, and it's knocked out by the Bacone Warrior defense. Out of bounds, throw in for the Hillcats on the far sideline. Quick burst of energy for the Hillcats here, and they move it right back into the offensive third of the field. Here's the throw-in. Deep into the box. Shaban's near it, and it's out of bounds. Rolls past the end line, and a Hillcat corner kick. TJ Martin looks as if he'll take it as Brian Jones comes running into the box.
Well, Shaban was just inches away from the hat trick in the game. You know, once again, right place, right time, just couldn't get his foot on that ball.
I don't think there's been a hat trick for the men in the history of the program. I can't say I've seen every game, but been here for a while, and I can't really remember one happening. This one's played around in the box and eventually knocked out. Try to look it up.
Don't see anything on here with single game records.
I don't think. Actually, I don't think it's on that sheet. Now that I think about it, that'll be something we can talk. If it is, we'll talk about it next game, for sure. That one goes out of bounds. Goal kick here for the Warriors. Played up and it goes out of bounds. Second goal kick that's gone out of bounds quickly as Bukva will have the throw in. This one played into the front third. Shaban has it on the near sideline, knocked out of bounds, and they'll say it's out on Shaban. Quick throw in for Bacone. Tries to get it to Logano. He's checked back into the game. Seward had a chance. Shaban has it. Plays it into the box. Knocked down inside the box. Arouge. Hillcat. Gary Arouge from Mohammed Shaban. That one was deflected off the glove of the goalkeeper, Hughes, off the side post, the back post that is, and into the goal. And the Hillcats now lead it 5-0, and widespread substitution for the Hillcats here.
Is that Arouge's first goal in a Hillcat uniform?
I believe it is. Let me chase down my stat sheet for sure. Don't want to get this one wrong. As Gary Arouge, that is his first goal in a Hillcat uniform.
Well, congratulations to that young man. I know he plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. You know, he's, always in the middle of the action. Usually looks for his teammates first. But, right place, right time. Shaban, got a foot on it. And Arouge gets his first goal as a Hillcat and gives us a 4-0 lead with 12 minutes to go. As you said, Steve, mass substitutions. Good to see some of these guys get some quality minutes remaining in this contest.
Try to get all the names out there for you. Ryan Cochran has entered the game for his first action. Grant Smith back out there as well. Devin Williams along with them. Looks like Jonathan Olmstead has checked into the game as well. Still looking around. Olmstead checked in for Bell. I believe that is Seward's still in there as well. 13 is Grant Smith. I think that's Garcia is checked in as well for RSU. So I think that's all of them. I'm sure we'll pick them up if we missed any of them, along with Tyler Rector. He's re-entered the game for Coach Derek Larkin. So that one's played into the middle, and Cochran gives a little shove. No call, and Bacone moves down the field a little bit. The ball stays in. Olmstead has it. He'll wait for it to go out of bounds and throw in for the Hillcats.
Well, that first unit that Coach Larkin had in that played the majority of the minutes, in this second half, they really did a good job of maintaining control of the game and giving this team every opportunity to win the contest. That's the first time in a while, maybe all year in the home games, that we hadn't made a lot of substitutions at least midway through a half. And I think that was a credit to the way that the guys were playing on the field. And, good for them, to come out in the second half, even with the 2-goal lead, to find a way to maintain that intensity and that aggressiveness and to keep the pressure on and, help us get out of here with an easy win tonight.
I think I figured out what happened. Hughes has been in the whole time, but the coach circled the wrong player on the official roster.
You may be right.
That may have been the problem.
They just subbed.
I believe Hank Hill has now entered the game for the first time.
Yeah, there's no doubt that goalie was the same one in the first half, and then up until this point, he just played exactly the same way. And
so I believe that's what happened. Either that or I may have just read it wrong and circled it wrong, and if so, I apologize.
No, because I think in the first half stats we had Hill.
So I think it was just coach circled the wrong one and probably informed us at halftime, wait a second, that's the wrong one, and sure enough, got the corrections now.
Hey, we apologize to any Bacone fans listening back at home, but
saw it on their Facebook page. They had the link, so I'm sure we have a couple
deal.
Bacone listeners. And thank you for listening. Happy to have you on rsuhillcats.com, the Game Central portal.
Well, hey, anytime you can get a local college from, within an hour of your campus, probably even closer here. But, anytime you can get them to come over or us go over to them, it's good for both schools. Especially at the small college level, when you get these close games, you don't have to travel as far. The fans can see you. It's easy access for both teams. It's something that in every sport, hopefully our school, their school, Oklahoma Wesleyan, those NAI schools that are in this particular area, get together every year. We saw it earlier in the season when Oklahoma Wesleyan came over here. What a big crowd we had. You can create a rivalry with those teams outside of your conference, and that's just good for your programs.
As there's a foul there and called against Bacone, Hillcats will have a free kick as we've moved into the 80th minute. Now about 82 minutes remaining here in this one. Played over to Bukva on the near sideline. He'll set it, reset it, kick it back to Jones. Jones over to Kaufman. Ryan Kaufman moves into the offensive third on his own on the dribble, tries to play it forward, has that one poked away. He'll regain control quickly and then lose it as Rector has it. Rector gets rid of it. And Garcia loses it. This one poked out of bounds, or near the near sideline, excuse me. Bukva controls it. Over to Seward. Seward tries to dribble through a couple defenders, and there's the foul there. Goes against Logano. Logano's in amazement as he sits down and gets helped up by Edwin Smith, the head referee. Bukva will take the quick free kick and swings it over to Kaufman. Kaufman tries to play it in. Rector's unable to get a header on it. And Brian Jones will reset things just in front of the midfield stripe. One knocked out of bounds by Marco Bukva. Take this moment to thank a couple sponsors: Tulsa Teachers Credit Union, Melton Sales, Rogers County Abstract, and Spectrum Paint, along with Grand Ripper Dam Authority, Walmart, and Pelco Structural, all proud sponsors of Hillcat Athletics and members of the Hillcat Club. As we're in a 4-0 lead here for RSU. 6:45 remains in the contest. Hillcats have gone to the bench late in this one, leading Bacone. Yet another regional school the Hillcats have faced on the schedule. RSU received a few top 25 votes, but we're not in the top 25. As Seward has this one near side, he'll try to chip this one into the middle. No one home for the Hillcats. It's headed out. Eventually controlled by Bacone. Bukva comes sliding in slowly. He'll poke it away, and he has it here on the near sideline. Tries to make something with it offensively. Able to poke it away again. As Cochran has it, and that one's knocked down. Foul there. A little extracurricular activity happening here on the near sideline, but a couple of the players from Bacone and the Hillcats able to give a high five to each other as they walk away from it, so nothing too much. A free kick here on the near side as well.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. 5 minutes, no reason to get chippy here. It's 4-0. Referees, anytime there's a foul or whatnot, need to go ahead and just blow the whistle and just stop it when it happens.
Hank Hill able to punch that one out. As we move to 5 minutes remaining, 85th minute, as they say in soccer. Here's the throw in by the Hillcats. Kicked out of bounds by Kaufman, but they say it goes off a Warrior, and a corner kick for RSU, and I believe it's Tyler Rector that will take it on the near side southwest corner.
Yeah, Rector had a corner kick early in the first half that nearly led to a goal. Let's see what he can do right here.
Here's Rector's kick to the backside. Header there by the Hillcats. Another header by.
There it is.
And there's a goal by the Hillcats. That one sneaked by Hank Hill. And I think it might be Nathan Garcia with the goal. Yep, Nathan Garcia gets a goal for RSU there. That is the first goal for Garcia. Freshman out of Waxahachie, Texas.
Well, you could see the excitement on his face right there. He was running down the field, his teammates hugging him, his fist pumping a little bit. You know, it's always great to see kids get their first goal of their career on their Hillcat uniform, and you know that's a great feeling. And you know, regardless of the score, 5-0, 1-0, he's never going to forget that moment. And kudos to him for punching that goal in right there.
Devin Williams gets it quickly on the far sideline, up in the corner. He'll fight through a defender and play on the ground, so dangerous play, and the Hillcats will have a free kick down about 3 or 4 yards off the end line as some of those tall guys from the defensive back field run up to be inside the box here for RSU. That one's played in and knocked out by the Bacone Warriors.
Get a Bacone throw in right here, 3 minutes. 2 goals.
As there's the cross. And out of bounds, so a goal kick for the Warriors. 2:20 remaining here. RSU leads it 5-0. Next home contest for RSU will be the next game. That's Tuesday, September 20th for Southwestern Christian here at Soldier Field. Women's game at 4 p.m. Guys game at 6, and you can watch it all and listen to it here at rsuhillcats.com in the Game Central portal. Don't forget, you can always go back and check out all the action, the on-demand tab inside the Game Central portal to see all previously aired broadcasts by Hillcat Athletic Department, all thanks to partnership with Stretch Internet and all our fine sponsors.
Steve, I like those 4 and 6 games because, you know, there tends to be a lot more activity on campus. And, you know, I know it's tough for those people that work till 5 o'clock to get out here, but, you know, you'll have time to catch the end of the women's game and the men's game. But the 4 and 6 starts, you know, they give an opportunity for anybody that, you know, that just happens to be driving around campus or coming out of class, had a late afternoon class, and the students that live in the dorms, you know, there's a higher chance of them coming out and catching the contest. And so, you know, hopefully if, you know, we'll get the word out, and I know we will do a good job of that. And, you know, anybody that's listening tonight, we hope to see you out here on Tuesday. Yeah,
be sure to come on out. You can pull it up if you got an iPhone, iPad, something like that. Pull us up. You can listen to us. Try to give you the color play-by-play and color commentary as Bacone moves here into the offensive third, but it's quickly taken away by Bukta. And he plays it forward to Devin Williams, but Hank Hill comes up and swings and misses, and Devin Williams will just walk this one in. There are the Hillcats. Devin Williams able to get the score, and he'll do a backflip inside the 5-yard box. And the Hillcats now lead it 6-0 with just under 30 seconds remaining. And Williams gets yet another goal for RSU. I believe that's his second on the season for Devin Williams.
Second goal.
So 4 points on the season for Devin Williams as Hank Hill came crashing out on that one. It took a bounce. He swung and missed, and it snuck through his legs, and Williams was there for the easy goal, just walked it in and topped it off with an impressive backflip. That just shows how athletic that guy is.
I think I'll go ahead and mark that down as the play of the day right there, the backflip. You know, Williams was making an aggressive run at the ball, and, you know, he just got a gift goal. One was just, you know, I think the goalie tended to slip just a little bit, and Williams got a goal.
As you can hear the crowd chanting this one down, and RSU wins it 6-0 over Bacone College. The visitors from Muskogee on a couple of goals. We'll get a couple final thoughts from Kyle Blankenship as I pull up the final rundown.
Well, I mean, hey, just an impressive overall victory for our team. You know, kind of started off a little slow, and then Shaban broke the ice, got on the board, and then punched another one in for a 2-0 lead at half. And then second half, you know, Coach Larkin wanted to stay aggressive, and our team did exactly that. You know, from the opening kick of the second half, we were down in there within 30 seconds getting a shot at goal. But, you know, kudos to our offense for being aggressive throughout the entire game, but also our goalie, Nathan Inger. He's started 2 games, and he's got 2 shutouts. So good for that young man, and hope we get to see a whole lot more of that.
Nathan Inger, the defensive player of the week for the Sooner Athletic Conference. And let's run down the final stats, how the scoring happened. In the 23rd minute, just outside the 24th minute really, Shaban on a ball from Enrique Souza scores the first goal as he beat the keeper there. Then in the 40th minute is another goal by Mohammed Shaban. This one deflected off the goalkeeper. That was Zach Hewells, as Friesen was the one that headed the ball, and it knocked off Hewells and to the feet of Shaban, and he's able to finish it in. The third goal came in the second half. This one in the 68th minute of the game. On the upper 90 backside as cross came to Ryan Jones, and he was able to head that one in. Shaban was able to slot a ball to Gary Aruz in the 77th minute, and Aruz was able to slide that one in on the near post to put the Hillcats up 4-0. A scramble in the box in the 84th minute. Let Ryan Kaufman dish it out to Nathan Garcia, who shot a low corner from about 18 yards out to give the Hillcats a 5-0 lead. And then Marco Bukva played a beautiful ball into the front third, and the goalkeeper Hank Hill came out to play it, missed it on the bounce, and Devin Williams was right there just to dribble it in and score to top it off with 1 minute remaining. And he really put cherry on top with a nice little backflip as the Hillcats win it 6-0. Final stats for Bacone: they had 4 shots, 1 on goal, as there was 1 save for the Hillcats, that by Nathan Inger, his second shutout of the season for Inger in only his second contest. Bacone had 7 saves between their 2 goalkeepers, but gave up 6 goals. RSU, it was an offensive attack for the Hillcats, as they had 29 shots and 13 of them on goal. So a 50% rate for RSU, as they were able to lock in 6 goals, 6 assists, and 10 fouls in 90 minutes of play. For Kyle Blankenship, I'm Steve Braun saying thanks for listening from Soldier Field on RSU Hillcats Soccer. Be sure to check out the Hillcats yet again. The next contest coming Tuesday, September 20th, as RSU takes on Southwestern Christian here from Soldier Field. Once again, for Kyle Blankenship, I'm Steve Braun. The final score for the final time, Rogers State 6, Bacone 0. Thanks for listening on RSUHillcats.com.